What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock. Oh yeah, guys. So, what we're gonna be doing today is we are gonna be looking at hooking up our separate storage systems to our refined storage system. Yes. So I've started digging some tunnels. We have a tunnel that's going all the way above this hallway. It kind of goes this way and wraps around over behind our cobweb drawer right there. So this is a tunnel and it ends right here behind the cobweb. What we need to do is add in a controller slave right behind here, and then a storage bus or external storage. Is that what it's called in refined storage? I think it's called external storage. So we can start reading all the items that are in our mob farm, and we don't have to worry about running all the way over there every single time we need one piece of string or whatever. So let's take a look. If we want to make an external storage, these things do require a little bit of crafting here, but nothing too crazy. I don't remember. Do we have chests on AutoCraft? No. So we got a bunch of different things that we need to AutoCraft here. I just got done making a recipe so sand turns into glass, and we have that over here on our furnace, right? I also added in recipes to make speed upgrades. So we have these now, and then 4 speed upgrades, and I think 4 sugar turns into a stack upgrade. So now this furnace, it gets imported. The items that are being smelted in there gets imported very, very quickly. So if we throw a stack of cobble in there, you see it doesn't even get higher than 2 items in there at a time, which I think is pretty good. Previously, before I added those in there, I'd put in a stack and this would fill up, and then this would be done. I'd try to put in another stack and then it'd be waiting. Yeah, that just wasn't very, very good on the furnace. So now we got that solved. Okay, so external storage, like we just saw, does require a few different things here, including a chest. So let's make a recipe for a chest. We'll just do that by hand, like so. Okay, so now we know how to make chests all the time. We want construction core and destruction core. Looks like we have a construction, destruction core we have in there as well. We should have everything else. So if we do that, we do this, we add both of these into our, I still want to call this thing a Mac. I forget what it's called, the reborn storage thing. I'm going to call it a Mac because that's what it is. External storage, external storage. Let's craft this. Can we do this now? That's a lot of stuff in this recipe, but I think it's all auto craftable. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so now we have an external storage. In fact, we're going to need a second one, so I'll just craft a second one up. I made the advancement storing externally. Ooh, oh, yeah, I almost forgot. We do need to get ourselves the controller slave. And this is not an item that we're going to be making a lot of, so I don't think we're going to be making recipes for this. But we do need to get ourselves 6 redstone torches so we can make the redstone comparators. Or repeaters? Comparators, okay. And there we go, easy. All right, so controller slave. So this guy, like I said, just goes behind one of those drawers. As long as it's within the same 12 block radius of the controller, it should just work. So this acts like the controller block. Like you can insert items into it, you can extract items out of it. And I do believe our external storage from refined storage should be able to read the information on all of our drawers because it's attached to the network. Okay, so things that I'm gonna do here, I have this 3 blocks tall so I could run the cabling and then like still be able to walk through here. But as you can see on the mini map, it kind of like shows those little tunnels there. I'm not a fan of that, so I'm probably gonna go back through here and fill this all in when we're done. The other tunnel that I made, you can see that that you saw earlier, I only made it 2 blocks tall because, yeah, I think we're just going to run the cable and fill it in as we do that and not have these little tunnels around. Anyway, I'm going to run these cables. I'm going to get this all going here, and we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so we have our cable ran all the way over to our mob farm drops. I also added in a storage bus, external storage on the back of our bag storage here. We have it filtered so it only accepts these loot bags, so we can insert loot bags from our main system and they end up here. We can also set up so it'll extract based on whichever button is selected here. And then another thing that I had to do on the external storage that we put on the controller sleeve behind the cobweb, I had to set that for extract only. Yeah, or read only, or whatever it's called. The thing is, like, if we have it set up so it can insert and extract, if we put anything in the system, it's going to end up in this drawer, which then gets put into this chest, and then we don't know about it anymore, right? Yeah, that's kind of a problem with the way this mob farm is set up. We could just move everything, so everything that doesn't go in these drawers goes into the refined storage system, but I kind of like the way this is set up right now, where we're just deleting armor that we don't want, and then if for some reason our vacuum hopper over there picks up something that we're not taking care of or we're not deleting specifically, they'll just end up in this chest nice and safe. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we ended up doing here. Another external storage on the back of this, and then we set the filter on that to read only. So if we take out too many items and we put it back in the system, it's going to end up on the storage disks, but I don't really know a better way to solve it at this point in time. So that's where we're at right now. I did run another cable on this side over here towards our chickens, and then I started thinking, well, hold on a second. What are we going to do? Put an external storage in each one of these chicken things? That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. What we want to do is start collecting all the resources from all the chickens as they're making them, and then put them into some kind of a storage system, right? So I was thinking, how are we going to do that, and where are we going to store the items? I think originally I was talking about we could put compacting drawers over here. Problem is, we might end up needing all that space over there for more chickens. I honestly don't know what we're doing with all this stuff. So in preparation for that, you can see my pick is constantly repairing itself. I dug down here. It's the same dimensions as up above, the same size of this room, 3 blocks lower though, 5 blocks tall. Yeah, this is gonna be like our storage room. I think we're gonna just do like a wall of compacting drawers and everything else. It's just gonna make sense to keep everything kind of centralized, collect all the items from all of our different farms and stuff and bring it to the center, and then if we need them, we can export them or do whatever, right? So I just got done making some patterns here, and we made pattern for compacting drawer, a pattern for a basic drawer, and then I went to go make some more compacting drawers, and it's like, oh, we need pistons. And then I got to thinking, you know, it's kind of annoying making the pattern and then having to click off and come over here, and I can't quite reach up there, so I have to fly up there every time to place a pattern in. It's kind of annoying doing that. I wonder if there is a way that we can just put items in there automatically. We did this before a long time ago with Applied Energistics 1. I don't know if you can do that with this mod. I am kind of curious though. I guess first thing, can we make a hopper and see if we can hopper items into this guy? Let's try it from right here. Should be fine. Okay, I don't know where we'd be able to hopper in, so we'll just place a hopper right there. Oh, yeah. Can I just click that in there? So that does not appear to want to go in. Huh. That's unfortunate. We can right click on here and see the stuff, but we can't put items in. You know what? Actually, hold on a second. There is a refine or a storage reborn IO port, right? Reborn storage? Can never remember the spelling of the mod. There's an IO port. Ah, is this what we need? Maybe that's what we need. Okay, let's try this thing. IO port. And that required what? A improved processor. I don't expect we're gonna need more than one of these. So we'll just do this without making a pattern for it. Is this what we need? I feel like this is what we need. Okay, so that is, there's a connection there. Where do we want to put this? I kind of want to put it out of sight. So maybe we'll do this. I don't really know how this works. Do I have to replace one of the vents with it? Do I replace one of the side walls with it? I guess we're gonna find out. Does this work? Okay, so I can still right click on that guy. So if I come up here with the hopper and I place that there, can I place this in here? Aha! Okay, so that goes inside now. Very good. So this is pretty much what we need. Let's come back down here. So again, external storage. We'll make another one of these. Okay, external storage. I don't remember what all the settings are for this, and let me grab some blocks here. I got some cobblestone. I don't want to keep making the jetpack sound. Maybe place that there and that there, so we can just kind of chill for a moment here. So external storage, let's place that right here. And then we are going to NBT, yes. We want to blacklist, mode whitelist, mode blacklist. Which one is it on? I want to blacklist regular patterns and I want to whitelist the ones that have NBT data. I guess first things first, can we put in a regular pattern that is unencoded in there? Will it even allow that? Does this go in there? That doesn't go in there at all. So maybe this is already set up by default to only accept regular patterns. So if I set this priority high, let's do priority 10. Let's take this pattern out. So we have the piston pattern and then we have a regular pattern. So if we look in here and we search for piston, we can't, whoops, piston. We cannot make pistons. There's no pistons in the system. Now, if I put this guy in here and then I search for piston, does not work. Click off there, click on there. Still does not work. Okay. Pattern. So we have the piston pattern in here and a basic drawer pattern in here. So why did that not work? Let's do this again. Maybe whitelist? Maybe this isn't going to work the way I want it to work. Let's try putting that in there. Piston again. Click off there, click on there. I don't know if this is gonna work the way I want it to work. Pattern. Okay, so we have the compacting drawer pattern, external storage. Okay, so it is seeing, it's like seeing one of them. Maybe we should set it so it's insert only. Maybe that's the problem. There's gotta be a way that we can get this storage bus to work with this thing so we can just drop the patterns in there and it will insert it for us. Okay, so let's do insert only. Maybe that's what we need. Place these guys back in there. Piston, don't see it. Pattern, okay, so I gotta figure out why this is not working correctly. We had it set to whitelist, and I think whitelist means, actually, let's do blacklist NBT no. Maybe that's the problem. If this still doesn't work, I'm gonna play with this a little bit more off camera here, but I really feel like that should be putting the items in there for us, and it's not. Okay, another thing we could do is set this external storage to insert into like a hopper, right? Into a hopper. The hopper would be read only, talking to it, so it just put the items in, because we saw a hopper put that in there. Okay, let me play around with this for a little bit and see if we can come up with something that's gonna work. All right, guys, so I was doing kind of a silly thing here. Yeah, it's one of those things. So on the external storage that's touching the IO port, you don't need to set any of these things. You can use damage, you can use NBT, it doesn't matter, but as long as it's set to blacklist, you're fine. Priority does have to be set high, and I think I'm just used to applied energistics where you just set the priority and click off there and you're good. This one you have to set the priority and then click set. Otherwise, the priority never gets set, right? So we have the priority set to 20 on this. It probably could just be set to 10. Anything that's above 0, really. And then we don't have to filter anything because this only accepts the patterns. Like, you can't put anything else in there, right? All right, so we have the pattern here with piston. If we search for piston once again, there's nothing. So we put this pattern in there. It doesn't appear in the list like it should normally. So if we click off, click back on, and search for piston, now we can make pistons, right? Perfect. So that's what we want. So pretty much we'll be able to make a pattern here and then take the pattern, toss it right into the pattern grid, and then click off here and go into our crafting grid like we want, and then start crafting with it right away. Yeah, I think that's just going to make things a lot more easy so we don't have to keep flying up there and placing the patterns in manually. So basic drawer, we can do that, place that in there. And now we can make basic drawers. Yes, we absolutely can. That's fantastic. Okay, so compacting drawer. I wanted to make, I have no idea, 64. Can we do that? We're missing some planks and we're missing cobblestone. Well, both of those are fairly easy to get. We have, oh boy. I guess this has some kind of an internal buffer now. These hopping bonsais didn't used to do that. Like, if it try to place items into an inventory and there's no room, everything that I was trying to place in there got deleted. Now it seems like it holds on to like different stacks of items and it just waits for there to be room. So it is slightly different in this update. Anyway, we'll put the wood in here and then we will make a pattern that says, I guess we need to do this first of all. Do we have any more patterns? Yeah, we have 35. All right. So we need to do wood, 1 log. We'll turn into that. Perfect. And we throw that into the system. Now we should be able to tell it to make compacting drawers and just make like a stack of those. So everything's happy except for the cobblestone. Yeah, doing what we just did there is so much better. Okay. That. So compacting drawers. Do it. So here's another deal. I did add in this guy here so we can see this crafting monitor so we can see what's going on. Our Mac up above, which isn't really called a Mac, but our Mac up above is full of processors. It has over a stack of CPUs or whatever in there. And this crafting is still going slow. Yeah, I was very much expecting that if you put a stack of processors in there, it would do 64 items at a time and crafting would go really, really fast. Is there something that I'm doing wrong here to make this crafting go faster? Is there something that I need to do, I guess? Because this is just going at like the default slow crafting speed. Oh my goodness. There's got to be a way to speed it up, right? So if you guys know how to do that, let me know in the comments down below. Compacting drawer. So we have those now. Very good. So now all I gotta do is throw these down here, start setting what's gonna go into each one of these drawers, and then figure out how to hook up our chickens so the resources that they generate end up over here. So let me get to that. I'm just gonna start digging out space here to refill that in with the compacting drawers, and we'll be back, guys. All right, so I might have gotten a little carried away with the compacting drawer situation down here, but we have 3 walls with compacting drawers, and then we have 1 wall back here with non-compacting stuff. Yeah, maybe it would have been better with 3 walls with the non-compacting and 1 wall with the compacting. I don't know, but anyway, I guess we can figure this out later if it becomes an issue or we need to, you know, get more of the regular drawers down here. But anyway, this is what we got right now. So I made a drawer controller so we can just go ahead and throw that guy right here. Now the problem is these drawers aren't really connected. There's like a block space between them, which does not allow this to be one full multi-block. Oh, I guess we have that right there. Wasn't really expecting that. So let's open this up a little bit. So in the corners here, between the drawers, you can see was just stone there. We can just throw 1 oak trim back here. And now that connects this bank to this bank. Yeah, and they're all part of the same multi-block structure. Okay, so let's get the stone back on the bar and we'll just fill this all back in like so. Very good. So I just gotta do this on 3 of the corners. But I'm gonna do it on all 4 just to do it. But you really only need to connect with 3 of these trims. But yeah, like I said, it'll be just fine. So we'll connect all these guys together. Then we need to get an external storage here to have the refined storage system talk to the network. And then I think beyond that, we're gonna have to fill in each one of these drawers with the items that we want going into them. Yeah, otherwise we'll just get every random thing from our refined storage system coming into these drawers. Not exactly sure that's a thing that we want to do. Okay, so we'll do that. Very good. So all of these drawers are connected. They're one big multi-block thing. We can put a drawer key, just click the main drawer, everything's locked, so nothing will go in there until we put a specific item in and be like, okay, you can accept this now. All right, so very good. Now that that's done, we need the external storage attached to this guy. And I'm not sure where this comes out or how we're gonna do that. Okay, so that is right there. I guess we can just run the wire this way. Something like this should work. That's water. Oh, water everywhere. I forgot we had the infinite water supply. We should fill that in. I don't think that's something we really need anymore. Let's do that. Okay, so that's filled in. Our controller block is right there, which is fine. We'll just attach to this, come over here, and then external storage right there. like so. Very good. And again, this will have to be set to a higher priority because we want to make sure anything that can go in these goes in there. And then we also, let's see, high priority. Yeah, insert and extract is fine. The thing that we are going to have to do is look at getting void upgrades on these drawers. We need to get the regular upgrades on there, first of all, so they can hold large amounts of stuff, and then void upgrades on there. So with the case of our chickens that are just producing resources all the time, if these drawers fill up, they're going to have so much resource in there, we're not going to need any more. So we don't want it overflowing onto our drives and filling up our digital storage. So yeah, we need to make a whole lot of void upgrades. I think we're going to hold off on that for a little bit though, until we start getting a supply of obsidian coming into the system, which our chickens are making. But yeah, once we get a huge supply of obsidian coming in, then we can look at making all those upgrades. Actually, you know what? My mistake. We have all the obsidian over... Or did I get rid of that? Maybe I got rid of our obsidian generator. We have 2,000 obsidian in the system already. I took away our obsidian generator. That's what it was, because we have chickens that are now making this. I forgot we had all of this obsidian, so I guess we can make a whole bunch of the void upgrades now. Do we have recipes for that? No, but we can make one real quick. Do we have a recipe for the template? No, we can make a recipe for that. All right, so lots of things to do here. Lots of recipes to make. Void upgrade. Let's do this real quick. So that is made. Let's click on the right thing. Take processing off. So that's made right like this. So that is the void upgrade itself. And then we need one for one of these. We should know everything here except for sticks. Actually, you know what? I think we do have stick recipe in there. So we should be pretty much good to go. Let's just throw these things in here, and then void upgrade should be available. Let's make... We're going to need more than this. Oh, we need a bunch of wood to do this. Okay, not a big deal. Let's grab the rest of our wood that's over here. And then we have wood chickens that are going to be making resources, so we can probably get rid of the hopping bonsais. Let's try this again. Is that good? That's all right for now. But yeah, again, the crafting isn't like super fast. Now, another thing I did find, guys, I found this crafter manager. I was just kind of searching around to see what else we could do. This does show the multi-block crafter, so we can put recipes in this way. But I feel like it's better just when you're on this screen here, you're crafting up patterns, you're clicking through GEI, you're making new patterns, you're putting in your inventory, you can just drop it right back into the pattern grid, right into this thing, right? And it goes into there without having to click off here, click on here, put them in here, find a spot, scroll down, find a spot, right? Anyway, I think this is probably better the way we have it set up. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start getting these void upgrades into our compacting drawers. They're already hooked up to the system, so the only thing we need to do is just start putting the patterns in there for which resources like iron and gold and whatever, and then we can look at getting the chickens feeding into here. I think we're getting pretty well set. All right, guys, so I just got done making ourselves a pulsating iron chicken and 10-10-10ing it at that. So yeah, we have a good amount of stuff here. You can see our capacitor bank isn't too happy with all the energy I've been using from 10-10-10ing it. But yeah, we needed pulsating iron. That was one of the things that were lacking here. Now, in the Roost mod, there is an item called a Roost Collector. Yeah, there's a Roost Collector. You can place this nearby, and it'll grab the items from all of these different roosts, and you can just extract out of that. But I kind of feel like it's better just to put Ender IO conduits on the back of each one of these and extract out of it directly. Yeah, each one of these chickens makes 3 items at a time, right? And the conduit by default can extract 4 items at a time. It just makes sense to me to use the conduit. So I think what we're going to do, let's grab some of this pulsating iron that we are now able to craft. We will make ourselves some item conduit, throw it on the back of those. Let's start working on this stuff real quick. So item conduit. In order to make this, we have to make Conduit Binder and then pulsating iron nuggets. You know what, that pulsating iron, let me grab this real quick. We will throw this downstairs. Another thing that I did, I decided that was too many compacting drawers. It felt like we were getting some micro stuttering. There's too many tile entities in one area. The game has to render all the faces, and then things just start slowing down. I felt like our FPS was dropping a little bit too much. We can probably save some FPS by turning off the pictures of these items, which we'll probably do eventually once we get everything squared away. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. This is all the stuff that we're making, that we're putting in there. We probably could put other things into these drawers, but this is all that our chickens are making right now. Anyway, pulsating iron we'll throw right in there, and now we have nuggets all the time available for that, and we don't have to set up a recipe for pulsating iron nuggets, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now that we have that done, we can come in here, Conduit Binder. We can make a recipe for this. We can make a recipe. Oh, can I not grab that out directly? Okay. Conduit Binder. Let's make some of this. Very good. Now we'll make a processing pattern. So a thing that I've noticed about refined storage that I really like, when you do this, okay, so things that I don't like and things that I do like. When you right click with a stack, it puts the entire stack imprint there. It doesn't just put one item, which is annoying. But if you like right click on this, it brings up item amount, and you can just be like, I only want one, or I want a bunch, right? I think that's really cool. I like that. So we're going to say one conduit binder is going to equal, I don't even know how much one of these things makes, 2. Okay. Conduit binder. I guess the conduit binder composite equals 2 conduit binder. So yeah, we can do that and just drop this over here. Or we could have used our craft manager and scroll down to the ultimate furnace section and drop it right in here. Yeah, so that's pretty cool too. I like that. So now that we have a recipe for making the conduit binder, we should be able to come in here and be like, oh, I gotta take this off processing. Click this, click that, do this, drop that in there. Now we can make item conduit all we want. Yes. So let's make like 2 stacks. Perfect. Oh, baby, that's good. Okay, so we got 2 stacks of that. I did make a recipe to make refined storage interfaces. So we're going to extract items out of the chickens, out of the roosts, and we're going to drop it into an interface. I guess I need to run this cable all the way down there, which is fine. We should be able to do that, no problem. So that'll be up 1 block right here. I had this compacting drawer here. We needed a bunch of gold before, and we wanted to turn the gold into the ingots for making the multi-block crafter thing. And these only make nuggets at a time, so I was wanting the chicken, having it go into a compacting drawer so we could make the ingots, and it'd just be a little bit simpler. That's why that's set up like that. Anyway, that's going to be removed because we're not going to need that here in a little bit. You know what? I guess I'll just remove all these blocks. We can just fill that back in. It's not a big deal to resmelt stone. Yeah, and I think we will most likely have our interface right there. All right, so the only thing we need to do now is get behind these the roosts back here. I'm gonna put some torches just so we can see what we're doing a little bit easier. Yeah, so we can just go ahead and mine behind all of these, and then we'll have to put the conduits on it. Now, the only problem is with the item conduit that you will have to tell each one to extract, which means you have to right-click on each one, which can be annoying. Ender.io does have a thing called a conduit probe? Conduit probe. Can we craft that? Hopefully we can. That requires iron, ingots, grains of infinity, electrical steel nuggets. I'm not sure. Can we do that real quick? Hopefully we can make this. If not, that's going to be kind of tedious, but we can still do it. It'll just be more tedious. Let's go check this out real quick. Another thing I'd like to do is get wireless crafting going on, a wireless terminal. We'll look at that soon. So we don't have electrical steel. Is that something that's easy? Wait. Yeah, we don't have electrical steel. Is that something easy for us to craft right now? We can do chickens for it. I might have to do that off camera. That requires electrical steel, which comes from iron plus silicon. We have both of those, so I could do that. Or we could make the machine and craft it directly. All right. Well, anyway, let me get these conduits hooked up. I'll set them all by hand. We'll look at making a conduit probe in the future. Yeah, let me get to that and we'll be back, guys. All right, guys. So the conduits are on the back of each one of these set to extract. And we have the conduit coming up to the interface set to insert. And the interface is now full with items. So if we just connect this to a refined storage system, all of these should go to their appropriate places, I do believe, maybe. It might take it a minute for it to recognize all this stuff, right? Hopefully. Why is that not going in there? Or is it just not updating for me? I'm not sure. I would have thought that all those items would go back into here. Maybe another thing we need to do is set the priority on our storage bus. Did I do that? I can't remember. Priority, yeah, that's set. Okay, well, it might be a power issue because we are running quite low on power. We were gonna set up power this time, and then I got the bright idea that we would put all of our resources into the refined storage system. Is this not how interfaces work in refined storage? I need to get rid of this. Get out of here. Get out. Set. How do you clear that? Shift click? Okay, shift click. I thought that you would just put items into the interface and it would go right into the refined storage system. I guess the only thing I can think of is that maybe I didn't connect something properly. Maybe there's a cable missing. Let me just double check all of this real quick. But yeah, that should be going into the system. Oh, look at that. I did miss a cable like a noob. All right, cable. Let's get that. Oh, I have a cable on me. Let's get that sorted. Boop. Okay, so now everything should be going in appropriately. Let's just go up here and double check what we got. Oh yeah, so things are, I guess this does not import into the system very quickly. So maybe it'd be better to put a chest here with an import bus with stack and speed upgrades on there. I was expecting the interface to work like Applied Energistics, where items that go in there like immediately get drawn into the system. You know what? I guess we could probably do stack and speed upgrades on this too. Now that I'm looking at the interface, yeah, I'm just not super familiar with refined storage. Let's try doing stack upgrade. Let's craft that, and then we'll do speed upgrade. We'll craft 3 of those as well. So there's 3 of those, and then stack. Maybe we only need the stack. I don't know. But we'll try this. Hopefully that'll get it to import faster. I'd rather just use the interface. So if we do stack upgrades, okay, so that's going a little bit faster, and we'll click all those in there. There we go. That looks better. Okay, so now all the items that are going in are being imported into the system. Not quite as fast as I would like, but that's okay. That's going to keep up with our chickens, no problem. I think that'll be just fine. So I'll have to button all this up, put all the stone back, and then I would like to take a look at the refined storage system and see how resources are doing. Oh yeah, we're gathering resources quite quickly. Items are moving around. I think we're good to go, guys. So yeah, our storage should end up all down here. Plenty of diamonds and things like that. That'll fill up eventually when it extracts diamonds. Okay, I like it. Anyway, guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. All of our storage is now being put into refined storage. So we'll have access to all the resources as we add stuff, more chickens or whatever. We got plenty of room for that to be imported so we can start using those resources right away. I think that's going to be really good. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.